Hey my friends, how's everybody doing out there today? Hope this video finds you all well. You know, ever since I've followed a plant-based diet, one of the things I always hear people talking about is, well, it's so expensive to follow a plant-based diet because of this and this and the other. And if you've just taken, if you're just looking at social media and things that are posted on Instagram and things by influencers out there, yeah, it can be very expensive. A plant-based diet can be crazy expensive. And I've even found myself from time to time kind of getting caught up like, ooh, I want this recipe or some sort of dressing or whatever it is. And then when you start adding it up, because you got to have a little bit of this in there, a little bit of that, blah, 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 it can add up real quick. But if you keep it simple, there's simple basics, there's simple things you can eat that you can keep the cost down on what you're eating and not spend any more than you would on any other way of eating and possibly spend a lot less. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and there'll be people out there that argue with this. I don't believe the BS. I'm always hearing, that person on the other side of it's so expensive talking about how they spend $50 a week on their food. I heard somebody the other day that's respectable, that I respect their opinion. They were talking about $10 a day, $10 a day for a plant-based diet. Maybe somewhere, but if you're getting what you need, I don't know how to do it for 10 a day, but I have found a few tricks that I can keep the cost down on. And with no further ado, let's just get to what I have today. All right. The main focus is I've got quinoa and I've got some red kidney beans. Now I'll tell you about this quinoa and the beans as well. I buy stuff in bulk a lot of times. Like I've got a store where I can get organic beans, where I can get organic quinoa and what have you. It's not, I don't always, I have some grocery stores where I buy too. But my beans, I generally cook dried beans. It's a lot cheaper than the cans. Those cans add up real fast. There's no sodium when I use the dried beans. You just want to make sure you cook them well. Like I will generally, like the red kidney beans especially, I'll soak these overnight and then I will cook them the next day. But when you buy in bulk like that, or when you buy goods, dried goods from your local supermarket, it'll keep the price down. Now what I have for some veggies here, I've got some steamed collard greens and some steamed beets. Now what I'm going to top all this with, I made myself just a simple salsa. Salsa is a great thing. I don't know why I don't do it more. I go through periods, I'll make salsa for a while and then I don't make it for 6 months at a time. And you don't have to use salsa just on certain things. I found that salsa is good on everything, and this is just a simple one. Just tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and some lime juice. Now, I'm trying to be very conservative. Like this meal here, the quinoa and beans, plus the collards and the beets. And sometimes if I had more around, like I would probably have steamed something else. I do try to get even a little bit more variety in there. So sometimes I'll steam or like 4, 5, 6 different vegetables. Or if I'm making a salad, I'll cut up, like I try to put as many things in there as possible. But for this meal, I would say, and I'm not exaggerating here, it's probably less than $1, but we're going to say $1 for the beans. We're going to say $1 for the quinoa, the collards maybe, and I didn't use the whole bag. I buy collards already washed. I'd say between the beet and the collards, $2. So we got 2, 4, and then we've got some salsa. So this is a meal. Let's say I've gone too low. Let's say it's $6 for a meal. I think this is about a $5 meal, but let's say it's $6. That's not bad when you're packing in all this stuff. And if like I said, don't be out there saying, oh, this is an expensive lifestyle if you're trying to do it complicated. Yes, if you want to make all the recipes, if you want to do all the fancy stuff, if you want to dehydrate, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, yes, it can get very fancy. I've kind of just tried to like kind of guesstimate sometimes when I'll see an influencer on Instagram like showing a recipe or showing their meal, and I'm like, damn, cuz you're eating a $25 meal right there. And I'm not talking about it in a restaurant. You expect to pay more in a restaurant. I'm talking about a $25 meal that you made at home. And that's okay if you're pulling in those big bucks from social media, but for us regular folks, you know, we trying to keep the cost down. So anyhow, I'll continue to share. I haven't shared. I've been wanting to share another inexpensive meal for a while, but I haven't done it. So just wanted to share this one with you. I'll share some more as I'm making them, and y'all just have a great day. Peace.